Hello, I'm Joe. I'm a data business analyst at News UK. I work with technology teams and business teams to help them get the information they need from our data. What I love about the work that I do is that it's a mix of technical data work and working with people to help them get what they need from the information to make the best use of it. One of the interesting things about data is that actually when you start working with it, you don't know what you're going to find in it. It's sort of a voyage of discovery. And in fact, the whole area is called data discovery, and it's become one of the main areas in data. And you find if you Google, you'll find tools like Tableau and ClickView and Power BI. And these are all about helping you to get some data, put it into a visualization, and have an explore around it to see what it can tell you. What I also love about my work is that it's also been a sort of a voyage of discovery. And in fact, it's as I've gone along, I've found out what I want to do, and I've sort of followed the data, I suppose. I certainly didn't know when I started out that I'd end up working in data, and in fact, I'd never even heard of it. And so I suppose, how is it that I've ended up here? This is a STEM talk, and yet actually I'm talking about an area of work that's really half technical and half to do with people. Well, actually, I did start very much in science. I mean, I took physics, chemistry, and maths A levels, and I really enjoyed those. And then I did a computer science degree. And actually, I originally started thinking I wanted to do engineering, and then I had a year out and I did some work, and I found that actually I found the software more interesting, and so I followed that. And actually, when I finished my degree, I had no intention of doing any further study. I went back to work, and then I became interested in NLP, natural language processing, which is another really interesting area of technology. So if you Google around for that, you'll find that that's an amazing area. That's the sort of thing that's all to do with how computers can understand documents, how they can answer questions. So when you ask Alexa something, it's what Alexa is doing. And so I got interested in that, and so I then went to do an MSc in cognitive science. And when I was doing my MSc, I had no intention of doing any further study, but in fact, I really enjoyed my project, and then that led me to do my PhD, and so on I went. And what I really enjoyed about both of these was that they were sort of a bit of a revelation to me, because I'd done sciences, I'd done things that were purely science, and all of a sudden I found that it doesn't have to be just the science. You can actually mix the people bit in as well. So cognitive science was all about cognition, and my PhD, whilst a lot of it was computer science and how we represent information, there was a lot about how people interact with information, and so I did a lot of sort of reading around psychology and information science and that sort of thing. And I then sort of took that forward with me. So I worked in software for a number of years, and then I got a job as a business analyst. And it's there that I discovered data, and all these bits started to join up. And I found data discovery with working with ClickView. And I really, really loved it. And I loved it because it was taking this, it was a bit like my PhD really. It was taking this stuff that was very technical and difficult to understand, and thinking, well, how can we make it so that people can understand it? And I've just loved it ever since, because as I say, it's definitely technical. Data is not easy work to do. It's very quite messy stuff to work with, but it's only useful if people can interact with it. So actually the people bit is just really, really important. So I suppose that's the thing. Did I know what I would be doing at this stage of my life? No, I didn't. I just sort of found things that interested me, and I followed them, and I'm still following them. I still really enjoy the work, and I think there's still loads to discover. Would I choose computer science again? Absolutely. It's a really, really good profession. It's just so diverse, and actually it's incredibly creative, because whilst you have to write some software, you can write whatever you want. You can get the computer to do pretty much whatever you want it to do, and it's this incredibly creative place. So there we are. That's the plan. Find what you like, let it lead you to where it can take you, and just discover what's out there.